You are now tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And this is episode 158.
Ambition Hour, baby. It's the
I don't know why I'm singing pop that thing. Like that's the type of mood I'm in for today's episode, huh?
Hey, I guess so.
Hello, everybody.
Make room in the dance floor.
Is it the ponytail?
Yeah, is it the ponytail? I don't know.
All right. Well, welcome yet again to another beautiful episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your host, Claudia Renee, on your airways, and I am oh Jesus Christ.
Always accompanied by.
I am accompanied by
none other
my
than
co-host, Have
guy.
600.
You already know what it is.
The one and only.
What else is new? Out now. Make sure you go stream that. Spotify, Apple, all DSPs, all that. We here, the Ambition Hour. 157. Am I right?
158.
158. Look at that. They want 158, Claudia.
They want 158.
They want 158.
It's okay. We gave it to them anyway. I'm so grateful to be here yet again another week, Hav. Thank you for being my audio visual as always, making sure that I look good, making sure that the lighting is correct and the audio and everything, making sure that your experience as a listener or a viewer is the best as possible. So
just a tad more pleasant, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. We're just trying to make this worthwhile. And we're going to start the episode how we always start the episode. And that is by saying what we are grateful for. So I want you to go first. What are you grateful for this week?
What am I grateful for? Little old me.
It's funny because he's older. I mean, not older, taller. That's what I meant.
But what I was gonna, girl, I act older. But that's another conversation. That's another podcast. But I am grateful for living in a different type of time, right? You know, and also that your decisions make you, type of thing. Like, there's a lot of things that people used to not do because they used to be a little bit more afraid of like coming out and doing, and from everything, chasing your dreams to your sexual preference to, the profession that you fall into. A lot of times there are naysayers or people that tell you to steer the other way. And I think that just the ability to chase something and having that freedom is something that sometimes we take for granted, and that we're blessed, we're healthy and we're good.
Wow, I agree. Thank you for sharing that. That's something to be very extremely grateful for. So shout out to you, Hav. Thank you for sharing with us.
There was times that, that it was like, it looked weird when you saw, interracial couples, or there's even some countries that it's different for you to be involved with someone that's not, South Korean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or someone that's not Nicaraguense,
yeah.
in our cases, sometimes. So, or in some households, not in ours, but like that's how shit goes, or that's what they would prefer type shit. So not being afraid what what your parents say and shit like that, or what the naysayers say, just do you.
I agree. That's something that's very important in this life.
Because they're going to love you regardless.
I know that's right.
Who's going to love you regardless, Claudia. So go ahead. What are you grateful for this motherfucking week?
This week?
That's kind of crazy. Grateful and motherfucking insane. I'm sorry, y'all.
I have to say, because a lot of people say it when they come on here, especially for the first time, and it's that they're grateful for life. And so for me, I want to say that this week because this past week has been transformative in such a great and positive and awakening way that I can't really specifically describe, but I'm just grateful to live this beautiful life that God continues to give me every single day. And like, I'm just seeing him in so many aspects of what happens in my life. So it's like, I'm just grateful because I get to live it. Like, he's just like here Here, live another day. Here, live another lesson. Here, just like live this life that I keep blessing you with. Like don't take it for granted. If you know, you're in a certain place for a reason, you know, step into that greatness, step into the excellence of who you are. So that way, the life that you're living, it's more fruitful for you and therefore for the rest of the world. So
gotta make some noise for that, goddammit. Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm very grateful for life. Life is beautiful, man. Extremely beautiful.
Facts. Get yourself around positive people.
Exactly.
And if they ain't positive or they ain't doing shit, sometimes you need to cut it.
Listen, you just got to. You got to. You don't got time for that shit. Like, I have spent an immense amount of time focusing on my energy and balance and being mindful and protecting my peace for someone to just come and just do that. You know what I mean? Like, I have way too much faith in God for that. So this week, right, guys, so it's the first.
Wake up.
It's the first February. It's the first February episode of 2021. So last week we did celebrate a little bit of Black History Month. We were saying how this next episode we were going to be celebrating. And I mean, part of being in the hip hop culture is embracing and loving and respecting Black culture. You know, if it wasn't for...
Because it's derived directly from it.
Exactly. If it wasn't for Black people...
and all the good jazz players were...
All of them.
Yeah, so...
I grew up hearing the music or at least trying to find who created this sound. You know what I mean? And every time that I would go and find out who created the sound, it was...
And then dig deeper.
It was a Black person. You know, it was a Black artist. It was a Black... singer, musician, it was always that. So something that I'm so grateful for is that, like, you know, being able to celebrate Black History Month and feeling like, you know, it's every month. Because at the end of the day, like, if you are a part of the hip hop, R&B, like just that type of culture, it's like you're celebrating that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, or even if you're reading books that are by, you know, Black authors, you're celebrating that. Buying from Black owned businesses, like that shouldn't just be in February. That should be like year round. You know what I mean? Like yes, it should be like year round. And I do appreciate when companies do the whole like going the extra step for Black History Month, and I think that it should be celebrated because of course, you know, for sure. But at the end of the day, like it's every month. It's every day. You should be supporting, you know, Black businesses every month, Black artists, Black lawyers, Black, you know, Black doctors, therapists, everybody. It's just what it is, you know?
I'm highlight and I guess dedicate the episode or, you know, or, you know, mention, you know, honor someone every episode. And today for this week, I'm going to honor Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Because just for like the span of a lifetime, at least in my eyes, you know, the method type of acting that he's done and like how it's even cross genres and how he's just so passionate in his work too. And kind of like he kind of has that work ethic that you hear of or like, you know, what we have admired of course of Kobe.
Yeah.
But with like Denzel of like working back at the gym, you know, still going to acting classes, you know, digging deeper, and almost like getting better with time, which is crazy. I still haven't seen the movie, all the little things, all the small things, or one of the things.
Some things.
So
some things going down.
I remember that song, something. So, but what I want to say, just but I was going to see it this weekend. It's on the list. So things to watch this weekend. You know, put the LED lights on. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. The vibes.
You know, and the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about that later. But yeah, like, and then I was just thinking about like, damn, you know, like fucking Man on Fire. You know, Deja Vu, shit like that. Like,
great actor, American Gangster, Training Day. All of that. Shout out to Denzel. Great actor, and he's had such a long career, and he is somebody that like he's he's one of those actors that like people know him wherever he goes type.
Yeah.
Like, you know who Denzel Washington is, I feel. I would like to honor somebody too. I want to honor the beautiful, impeccable, respectful Scottie Beam. Scottie Beam, baby. I want to honor her because number one, she's a fucking badass. Like, I see what she does. I've been following her for some time now, and I just admire everything that she does. She does it so gracefully. She is vulnerable and speaks her mind and isn't afraid to hold back, and is creating a space for Black women to, step into their greatness and like, hey, if I can do this, then you can do it as well. And just being that force to be reckoned with. And I love her aura. I love her voice too, because she's a media girl, so she has a podcast. She has 2 different podcasts, and she also interviews artists for like Tidal, and she just does so much stuff. She's been in media for 7 years, and she started out off as street team, I believe, and intern, and she's just a great inspiration of mine. And I love her and her transparency, and I love and can't not wait to continue to see her growth. So shout out to Scottie. She actually interviewed Zendaya for the movie Malcolm and Marie on her podcast. I didn't get to listen to it, but I know that she did, and I know that it's gonna be like amazing, because
that is now added to the list of things to watch.
What?
Well, that interview.
Yes.
Man, would it be a cameraman on that set?
They actually they do they do it Zoom. Yeah, because the co-host that she does it with lives in LA. Like Scottie, the co-host that she does the podcast with. They don't live in the same spot, so they just do it Zoom.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's with Strong Black Lead. That it's like a Strong Black Lead is like a Netflix type of page, and it basically highlights all of the Black films, TV shows, etc. that are on Netflix, and gives us the information on what's dropping when, and I think that's dope. Like having a page that is dedicated to that. They ended up getting the podcast with them, and so now they have like more access with Netflix, I believe. I feel like this is like an extension of Netflix or something like that. So shout out to that. Yeah. Like I said, Black History Month. I'm wearing my Black History Month Bonita shirt.
Yeah, shout out.
The Bonita Project. I love this because of the afro, and it's like Black History Month, and it's one of my favorite shirts, and it's so comfy. So comfy. I love it. Okay, so Hav, do you have a stock update for us? Well, I feel like we need to let the people on the know, because
shit, man, before anything happens. All right, so there was a couple things that happened here and there with the stocks. I mean, of course, GameStop, that shit has shot down, but it's gone back up, but then it's still shot back down. So then a lot of people are basically upset of the people who didn't hold. And that's also occurring like with AMC, Nokia, all those other stocks that was looking like they were going to be shorted, basically. And of course Dogecoin, the whole thing with Elon Musk. So Elon Musk basically tweeted overnight, and he basically said that Dogecoin is, the human next currency, this and that, the people's thing. So Reddit went into a craze because we fucking, adore Elon, you know what I mean? Like,
because he's rich.
Well, that, and just like he's fucking next level of genius, like type shit. So like, the things that he's done and he's created. So fucking, you're like, damn, you're in awe a little bit. So he's saying this. So that has gone up. It has gone up, but people are still holding, and they're looking to get it to 10 cents. But people are possibly, and the spectators saying it will go up to $1 to $5. So it's still a good time to buy if you're looking to do it. This is also penny stock, so it's really not gambling too much. I mean, some people have put 30, 50 racks in there, but you do what you want, right? We said in the first episode too.
Last week's episode. Shout out to everybody who watched that episode. Listen to it.
Shout out to y'all, man. And what we said was basically, don't fucking play stocks with money that you would be.
This isn't Monopoly money.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is it?
If
You aren't ducks anymore.
you're not little ducks anymore. Oh man, shout out to that. That's D3. If you don't know, but if you know, you know. But yeah, that's a super. That's just a super quick update. And if you want, to flip some money, you can go ahead and do that. But if you're between, $3 to get you the fucking McChicken, or to get fucking this fucking Dogecoin, get the fucking McChicken, bruh. Like I said, so.
Damn.
Well, I mean, come on, like you gotta go eat. Like, nah, like yeah, like we gotta invest in all that stuff.
If all you can
money.
afford is a McChicken, hit me up. I will send you $10 so you can get like a nice little McDonald's meal.
Hey.
Or another meal. Yeah. Why not? I would love to give one of our listeners lunch. Like, if all you can afford is that, like, I got you. Like, hit me up on Instagram and
a lady of the people.
I will cash up you. Like, you
Facts.
deserve the French fries too, at least. Like, at least.
Catch us next campaign. We running Claudia for president.
Something like, and for $10 you could go somewhere and get. Oh, you can even go to Puerto Tropical and get yourself a nice little. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right. But yeah. Okay, so I was listening to some of the new music that has been dropping. And I saw that Cry Baby, the song by Meg Thee Stallion and the Baby, dropped the video. And I noticed that her dancers all did like a TikTok dance to it. So it's not a TikTok dance. Basically what it is that it's choreography from the video that they turned it into a
part for TikTok.
Yeah, like a challenge.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's the Crybaby challenge. So now people are going to be doing this, and all of Meg's dancers did like the video, and I think that's very smart marketing.
I mean, does every single, it's basically template right now, right? Like industry standard of like a song is coming.
Yeah,
with
it's just like it's your
challenge.
It's coming with the catchy.
You know who we got to give flowers to if we're gonna talk about this a little bit, how genius it is. We got to give big shout out to fucking Ray Sherman, what they did with that whole mannequin challenge, because this kind of birthed all this, right?
Yeah, because that's the
they
everybody was like still for.
Right, like everybody was doing this challenge. Yeah, exactly.
But also let's not forget the plank challenge.
Oh yeah, the plank challenge.
That was hot in the streets. I saw y'all planking.
Well,
wasn't me, but I seen y'all.
Well, that was a challenge too. But this one, but the Ray Sherman one with the Black Beatles, it was the mannequin challenge. I mean, it basically it tied it into music.
True.
You know, and then it influenced sales, or that's what record execs.
Yeah, that's what was reflected, because at the end of the day, that song was getting played because people were doing the challenge, were doing the video, because
just like how we want to hear that song.
So yeah, exactly.
From TikTok that they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's like how Hav says, it's become like a template to where it's just like, all right, so we get you the song that's gonna stir up the streets and the radio play, and then we're gonna get you into a TikTok dance, one of those little things that they do, and then we're gonna get like the best TikTok pages, and we're gonna pay them to do this dance. And not only are we gonna pay them, but we're going to get your dancers. No, the ones that they already know the routine. All of them are gonna do the video, and it's gonna be great. And what is the next thing? Oh, and then they gotta do, because I've seen it too, they do the whole YouTube live for the premiere of the video, and then if the song has a featured guest in the song, then the featured guest goes on the live. And then it's not just like they're not just going on live, it's just like the I see Saweetie doing it, Meg, Cardi, all of these girls, they
shout out to the women. They
get ready for the live.
Yeah.
Tell their girls, the hotties, the icy girls, the Barty gang, all that stuff. They see it, and I see it on social media, because that's how I know about these things, because I follow these women and I see what they are doing, and I believe it's so smart, because these music videos, at the end of the day, you can say what you want to say, they are being viewed, and the numbers are going crazy. Why? Because they're following the formula. And that's something that I believe that women are so great at doing. Like like just following. Okay, so this is what. Okay, so now we're
Beyonce told y'all hosts to get information.
because if you think about it, something that I've noticed is that Megan, of course, eventually, I don't know, because I didn't see her as like a choreography type of rapper. Like in the beginning of her career, something that I did notice is once the project with Reeler, which was the one with it wasn't the Big Ol' Freak isn't on that project. No, it's the one with
Big Ol' Freak, Megan Thee Stallion.
It's the one with Reeler and the Juicy J song and that one with the baby, and that sounds like all of her albums. It's the one. What is that album called?
Made to Stop Fever.
Fever. There you go, Hav. Thank you so much for that. I was drawing a blank. And basically, so Fever, she starts introducing it because now at that point she starts performing a little bit more. She starts performing at award shows. So that's where the transition starts to happen for these women that are in hip hop. Is all right, we're gonna get her to perform, but the thing is that she can't just go on stage and just like, not do anything. Like, she has to do something. And it's just like, if you compare a career of a woman, they would never ask a male rapper to do any choreography or come up with, you know what I mean? Like, that's something that I'm seeing is just like these women, they are so they groom them to be like, okay, so yeah, you're gonna be on stage, you're gonna look gorgeous, your body's gonna look banging, we're gonna get you the best makeup artist, we're gonna get you the best outfit, like the person who's gonna dress you the best of everything, your hair, we got this, it's gonna look amazing. But now you also have to learn choreography, because you can't just go on stage looking pretty. No, because we're paying for the whole look. And another group of people that I noticed that happened too, especially when JT got out of jail, was JT and Young Miami, the City Girls, that they started to become groomed to follow the template as well. What do you think about that, Hav? What do you think about that? How that's how it is with women in hip hop, and that's kind of how it has to be successful. And then on the flip side, you can have a man who doesn't ever have to do anything with choreography, and it's like not part of it.
Well, it's interesting, and it also is kind of like dance, like no, but dance. Like shake your ass more. A little bit more with females. So. Sexualizing females to push market sales. I mean, that is probably as old. I mean, sex sells is probably the oldest saying in the book.
Oldest
type shit. So
sex is also the
oldest
form of hustle.
Dropping gems today, man. Dropping gems today. So like, no, you're right. But yeah, like. It is kind of weird to see it. I mean, damn. But then when, I guess when Offset tried it, it kind of like got like, wait, what? And the baby has done a little bit more with the Jabberwockies, and I think that like Tyga has worked with a couple of these TikTok dancers, with a couple of things. So.
But they're not on stage dancing.
They're not on stage dancing, but yeah, like, but exactly like. Who is dancing? Like Chris Brown is the only one that's dancing.
Yeah, as far as the male, it's an R&B artists are the ones.
Right. Like,
usually when it comes to
him and Bruno probably are the only, because like the weekend this weekend for the Super Bowl, he's not gonna like sort of dance. He's gonna sing his ass off.
Oh, that's right.
The
weekend is. Oh, let's talk about the Super Bowl then. But I appreciate you for sharing that and sharing your perspective. I don't think, honestly, like I wouldn't like Jay-Z more or less if I saw him busting out, an 8 count.
And like, yeah, I mean, like Big Daddy Kane. What was it? Big Daddy? I think it's Big Daddy Kane.
Or
like
course, MC
like
Hammer, like those. They had like
MC
dancers
Hammer, they had moves
and moves. Yeah, but I mean,
Pac with Digital Underground type shit. Like,
yeah.
Or but like some of them do Like, but they got their own little sort of dances, you know, like Face with his shit, you know, the woo walk, you know, like kind of like things like.
I agree. Yeah, you're right. There's like something. It doesn't have to be what the girls are doing, and obviously,
right. And there's something that could play into a dance that they don't have to make up.
Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead.
No. I was letting you fly, grasshopper. Wait, grasshoppers don't fly.
Let's keep on going.
Do they?
Well, grasshopper eventually they do fly, cause right, grasshopper eventually comes. But no, that's not what it is. I'm thinking of Pokemon and Caterpie. My bad. I'm thinking about Butterfree. If you know, you know. Again.
For real. Okay, so the Super Bowl is tomorrow. I am going for the Chiefs.
Ooh.
Wait, who? It's the Chiefs and who was?
And the Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay. I have to say.
If you're a Raider fan, we cannot rep the KC Chiefs. I'm sorry, I Pat Mahomes, you the homie, but fortunately this time too, we got Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. We are not betting against this man. And you already know Tampa got a lot of pretty ladies too, so it's up to y'all.
So me saying that I was going for Kansas City was bad?
That triggered me.
That triggered you, Hob?
If you couldn't tell.
I don't know. I suck at sports takes, by the way.
Nah, but I mean, a lot of people are going for the Chiefs. Claudia, don't be modest.
No. Okay, no. I'm saying that I'm not the best at, because like I'm not that fully like.
But do you have reason?
You can tell me like, oh, but no, but the Chiefs are not gonna win because Tom Brady, he's
averages.
Yeah, he averages like going
full retard. Shut the fuck up.
Like, of course, it's Tom Brady. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't need to know the history of football or to have watched every single game to know who the fuck Tom Brady is and what he has accomplished in his career. So, am I surprised that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be in the Super Bowl this year? Yes, but because Tom Brady is there, like, I'm not as surprised. Like, he's Tom fucking Brady.
Tom Brady came to Florida and was like, "We going to the shit what?
We going to the shit what?" I like
them long, red, thick.
I like the players in Kansas City.
And fillet me.
To me, I like I want them to win again, and
okay,
I want them to.
You want the dynasty shit to happen,
and I want them to beat
Tom Brady's dumbass. Slap him across the head, you fucking old shit.
Yeah, because you know what?
It's a new day.
Because honestly, like I personally get to a point where I want to see the big dog fall.
I mean, yeah, you live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah, like I want to see that. Like I want to see Tom Brady crying because he ain't win type. I'm also very petty, so there's that.
You?
Sometimes.
I can't see that.
You can't see
that.
I
can't see that. Yeah.
Can't you see?
So Cardi B. Speaking of women, man, Cardi B dropped her single.
She did drop her single.
What you thought about it?
I only saw snippets of it and heard. Yeah, I heard it and then saw like snippets of it. I didn't hear the full thing. I just saw the videos. Should we take a break and listen to the song?
I mean, do you want to do that, or did you not feel that it grabbed you to listen to the full thing?
I didn't feel like it grabbed me, but honestly, that's not the song's fault. It's just the mood that I'm in. Like I'm just in like today. This morning, I started off. We're talking about Friday. Like Friday this morning, I get in my car. The first thing that I start listening to is "Good Days" by SZA. So that's already the vibe I'm in, and I don't really remember, but I ended up listening to some Beyonce, and I then went to the Brown Sugar playlist that's on Apple. And since that moment, I have been listening to that playlist because it was just so freaking good, and it was giving me the vibes that I just wanted. So I was pulling up the video, and I'm just should I do a live reaction of the video?
You want to? Yeah, let's do it.
We won't have to hear the song.
Yeah, I got you. I'll put it on. Let me see how I could do this too.
Hey, hey. These outfits are insane, bro. Like, what is she? Look at that choreography. That's a pearl.
That's a pearl. Look at this. Look at this.
This is crazy right here.
What's
she
that,
got a
Scottie?
whole fucking vibrator on there. Oh,
Oh my lord! You saw that, Claudia? Offset.
oh wow. Her hair has like head in it, like heads.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Hey, 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 hey. I love that outfits. I like how it's like pointy.
Oh, that shit.
Bitch. Ooh, I like those stairs and that outfit. That's not an outfit. They just put some saran wrap on that. Wow. Wow. There's so many different looks. That's impressive. Hey, 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 hey. I love this. Look at the choreography. Beautiful black women. Yes, yes. So you see how like this is kind of like the same thing that they've been doing throughout the video. This is crazy. No face. I know that's right. Wow. That was a lot to take in. That was a lot going on in that video, and then I don't believe it's that long. It's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and she was able to do all of those different looks, and that's very impressive. And that's something that somebody pointed out on social media is like, you did all of these looks in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Like, how is that even possible? And it is possible because Cardi did it, and I like it. It's a Cardi single. You know, they're trying to get that, you know, the success that she had, and she's getting it.
Well, we said we were missing a single. Cardi B needed to come back, and I think she said something very important in this shit. She said, Cardi B's here, you bitches is stuck, type shit, or some shit like that, or like, you know, like, I'm fucking coming, y'all need to relax, I'm here, the queen is back, type shit. And I like her on that shit, type shit. You know, like, I like her when
in the cocky bag.
Cause also, like, bro, like how she flowed on this, like she gave, like how you said with the looks. All right, we could talk about the bars now too. Like she gave us a lot of different type of like flows that took the delivery to do those different type of flows though. You know what I mean? Like with the suspect pen, or people want to put that on her type shit. Like, aside from that, like the way how she even Beth controlled those different flows, I thought that was something to point out a little bit too. Cause they don't do it like her, kind of. I
mean, yeah, that's why Cardi has had the career that she has.
I feel like I say that about everybody. Right when Nicki dropped, I'd be like, but they don't do it like Nicki. No. Sweetie drop with like, nah, you hear that flow? Like them going back and back. I like that. That's probably I think that's a better record than I think it's gonna gain some legs. That Best Friend song.
What?
I think that Best Friend song. That's my best for the Doja Cat.
Oh yes.
Yeah, if Cardi don't smack it with this, I think that song has some legs too, and with the challenge shit too.
They've been doing, because the girls have been doing the bestie and the Tessie, so they've been doing like that, and it's TikTok and these challenges and what it can do to your career is very very impactful and doesn't go unnoticed. Like the girl who did Erica Banks, who did the Busted song, like I can just imagine how many people within that time frame that the song and challenge was very popular, how her life changed. And not just her life, because I also believe that Nelly's life was also impacted as well, because some people possibly wanted to know what was the beginning of that song. For the ones that don't, listen, there's some people who don't know Hot in Here. They were not outside.
I mean, that's like 15 years ago if we think about it.
No, it was more. It was 20. That song had come out in like 2001.
Keep on going.
It had to.
You're right. No, you're right. That's because Nelly era is like 01, probably 01 to 03, probably type shit.
Yeah, it's something like that. So
I don't want to say it like that. You know, Nelly, you still one of the ghosts, man.
I mean, yeah,
heavily influenced with. I think you got the melody shit first.
I mean, yeah. Remember that song?
Nellyville was what High in Here, bruh. And High in Here, bruh, man. Just shout out to Nelly what he did for the culture, because he gave us High in Here, he gave us Tip Drill, he
gave us Grills. Grills is one of my I love that song.
I was saying, as far as them ass and them titties and them videos from my little horny ass.
I was talking about uncut sleep. He wasn't. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I officially started writing my book, so I'm very happy about that. And it's been a week since I started, and
about a week ago,
yeah, I was at my sister's house and I felt extremely inspired. You guys have been hearing me talk about this book and writing it, and maybe not what it's about, but you have definitely heard about me talking about the book and writing it when with different guests and stuff. So
you finally penned some shit.
I finally penned some shit, like how Hav says. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, so it's just a really humbling experience, because you think like, oh, I'm gonna write a book, and then you actually have to start writing it, and you realize that, oh shit, I kind of have to like come up with chapters and come up with enough words to create, the type of chapters that I want. And okay, so how many chapters do I want? And you don't know these things until you actually start doing it. And that's some of my biggest advice. Whenever anybody asks me about starting a podcast, I just tell them, start it, because you just never know what you need, what to expect. You never know anything until you start something. So I'm happy that I started writing the book, because I was able to see, okay, so is this name of the book going to work for me? Is this what I want to portray? Is okay, now the chapters, like, what is it that I want to do? Do I want it to be this and this and this? And so it's just like I said, it's a humbling experience, and I'm very happy and excited to be at least going through it and doing it, because it's something that I feel like I've been wanting to do since I was young. I remember being when we moved here from California, I remember finding a book that I wrote in second grade. And it wasn't like I wrote it because I wanted to. It was because it was just part of the project that I had to do for class. And so I remember writing that book and just feeling so inspired, and then finding it here when I was a little older, when we moved here, and then felt inspired to write again. So I've been wanting to write a book for a very long time, probably before even wanting to do the podcasting and all that stuff. The writing has been something that I've always wanted to do. So here I am, bitches.
Always been talking about it. Yep. Watch. Pre-order coming soon, ho.
For real. Y'all gonna pre-order my book. Then it's gonna be I sound like I'm bullying people and shit. Okay, so
I said, fuck a verse, I'm gonna write a whole book.
Yeah, for real. That's the funniest part.
Claudia, you said 16 ain't enough?
No, 16 ain't enough. Damn, what a great song. So have me and you started watching WandaVision.
Yes, we did.
And guys, okay, so I'm not a what is that?
A Marvel Cinematic fan.
Yeah,
just comic book movies in general.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
moviegoer.
Yes, watcher. I usually see this stuff because of Hav. Because I want to accompany him, or I'll go to the movies. It doesn't matter what you're gonna watch. I just want to go type of vibe. So so
this was cool because she actually fuck with it. You know what I mean? And it's always so cool when she kind of does start fucking with it. You know what I mean? I guess,
Yeah, I really enjoyed it and really liked it. I was super interested. I didn't really fully understand what was going on,
but it was enticing enough to
yeah,
want you.
it was enough for me to be like, all right,
Means it's
what
well
is
done.
yeah, like what is going on? Who is this? And I feel like the way that they created, we haven't seen the new episode. So we know that there's the 5th episode that has already dropped, though we've seen episode 1 through 4. And like how I was saying, like it got my interest, and it's set like, you know, like in a movie show, like a show, like a TV show, and like an old sitcom type of thing. And then you see it play out like on the other end, and it's just super dope.
For some people, they might be a little turned off with the first 2 episodes just because they think it's gonna be this the whole time, and kind of like this quirky, like, okay, I guess it's just deeper than that. So like for some other, like if you're just like a TV watcher, you know, you watch TV shows, some people will say, you know, like if it starts picking up, it's probably a little bit of a slow start, but it starts picking up. And I think the journey that we're about to go on in this ride, it's going to be very impactful with the phase we already went through and for the new phase. So this should be really, really cool. I got it glued. Man, we got to get them Disney stocks.
I got him.
Yeah, I'll get more. That's what I'm saying.
I should get more. Shout out to everybody, because we did get a great response on social media about the stock post that we did.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you know, stocks is very important, I feel, right now.
Everybody's
especially
talking about it, right? It's like the new thing. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And it's finally the chance. Like we've been fucking with Robinhood. You know, shut up, man. Promo right here if you guys want. With this, because you know it takes a certain amount of money to invest in some stocks. You know, you need like $22,000 in the bank. You know what I mean? In order to even play, and like that's the buy-in for this game, if you want to say it like that, because people refer to it as the casino, and it's basically the same thing. But just, I mean, if you are going to play heavy, you need to be drenched and drowning in that info and reading those charts. And I'll probably say, or a good recommendation would probably go into option, like going to buying stock options. But that's a whole nother combo.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
I was tripping off the Zans.
No, because I was thinking about Malcolm and Marie, because I was just so upset when I went to Netflix to watch it. I couldn't find it like on my main menu, and that made me so upset. I had to go and like search for it. It's just like, number one, it's Black History Month. This is a Zendaya movie. Why the fuck isn't it like charting in like the trending today type of thing? And so I was just thinking about how that made me upset. And because I just saw also Scottie Beam, because like I said, she interviews Zendaya, and some of her fans were saying that she should have played the role of Marie. And she was just like, Scottie was Marie, you know. And that's something that when she saw the trailer for that movie and she posted it like on her social media, that's what one of the things that she said, oh wow, they recorded me and my significant other while we were quarantined. So, and something that's great about this movie is that it was an idea of Zendaya, because she was bored during quarantine, and she presented the idea to her friend, and that's how it came about. And something that, if it's only them two in the movie, I think we talked about this last week, that it's just them two, there's nobody else. And then something that they did was, think about it, if it's only 2 people in the movie, you just need the camera crew,
Hair and makeup, and wardrobe,
and it was in black and white, and they wore like she went through like she's like in underwear and like all this stuff, and it's just like, I haven't finished watching the movie. I got to a certain part and I had to start getting ready for the podcast, and when I'm getting ready I can't really focus on something because I'm looking at myself in the mirror, so
mirror on the wall.
Yeah, it's really hard to like do both, like look at myself in the mirror and make sure I don't look crazy.
And also watch this in Zendaya movie.
Yeah, exactly.
She is
exactly
eye-capturing.
I also wanted to congratulate Insecure, because they were nominated for multiple NAACP awards. I also believe Grownish was as well. I don't think I said this, but Insecure has officially announced their 5th and final season.
Aww.
And I am very sad, but at the same time, I'm happy to get closure from those characters, I guess, unless they like come out with a movie or something like that. But something that a lot of people have been saying is that rather this than it continue for more seasons and then get cut off and we don't get like the close of the characters and what's happened and stuff like that. We're not gonna know what.
Do you think it does close? Like, it doesn't really close.
It never closes, because I was just thinking about like Entourage.
Yeah.
Like how you
I think they went to like 9. Yeah. But the 5 is good. I think it's a good number. And sometimes that's all you want to, not all you want to do, but kind of like it's okay. You know, some shows don't need to last 10 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, you not saying like, oh, you got a good thing going, or like you've hit every single season. Like, why not just knock it out the park with this one and tie it with a nice big bow?
Yeah, exactly. And I think because some people have been like, oh, they're so sad, and I'm definitely one of those people that is super sad about this happening, because of course I love Insecure. Why wouldn't I be sad? You know, like I love that show and love everything that it's done, like for the culture, for the insight, everything. Like it's such a dynamic show. Singlehood, it talks about you know,
navigating
friendships,
through an ex,
navigating through friendships
those
and
relationships,
everything. God,
how even like how the family ties into, like how that kind of like what happens kind of plays into, at least with the forgetting her name, with her character, you know, finding out that her dad cheated and kind of
Molly.
Well, Molly, and then kind of like
that, and that happens in real life,
right? And then kind of in the same time, she's with the guy who's cheating with his. So
I was paying attention.
I was in class. Yeah,
yeah, I was paying attention when I was watching
Issa,
it.
though, yeah, if whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. You know, like even if it bumps in her head one day, you know, like 2 years, 5 years down the line, do season 6. You know, we watching that hoe.
I know I am. So yeah, so shout out to that. I'm genuinely happy for that. Like how Hav says, I don't think there's gonna be like an ending.
Yeah, because I feel like this is like, yeah, like how you're saying with the characters, and yeah, hopefully it does, or kind of gives us like, oh, okay, this is, you know, a send off a little bit, but right, you know, things are going to happen, and it kind of like they're involved in each other's lives, especially with that one friend, and I guess throughout time, friendships do end. You know,
and that's something that I do want to see. I want to see what ends up happening between Issa and Molly, and see if they continue their friendship, because the last season 4, the last episode, we see them having dinner after Molly breaks up with Andrew, and Issa is getting like dating Lawrence again, but Lawrence found out that his ex chick is pregnant, and so it's just like they're just both going through different transition, like crazy things in their life.
Dwayne Wade, baby. I'm sorry to say it like that.
Yeah, so it was just like something that was really, really like crazy for both of them, that brings them together. So something that I've always known is that like talking to your best friend is always the best thing to do sometimes, because I know, and I'm speaking for myself, whenever like something happens or something like that, like yes, I have my brother who I can tell anything to, and I'm always transparent with him, and I tell him probably a little bit too much. But I also have my best friend, my sister, who I tell everything to, who I can literally just pour it out onto her, and she doesn't judge me. She doesn't say anything bad. She just like wishes the best for me. And it's funny because usually when I ask people like, oh, so how are you doing? How's your mental health? And she asked me that when she knew that I was going through something. So it's nice to have friends that you're able to do that with, even if at the time you guys may not be on the best terms. The fact that you guys can still lean on one another, I think is beautiful.
Lean on me.
Yeah. So I think we can go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Pop, is there anything?
Wrap it up then. Okay.
Is there anything that you want to add to the episode? I just this episode I just wanted to focus the most on like you know, honoring people for Black History Month, celebrating that. I also want to talk about the Malcolm and Marie show, WandaVision. I mean the movie WandaVision. Also, you know, because the Cardi and the Meg video, and just that whole observation.
I think that was cool though. Yeah, when doing that reaction. Basically, you know, stay blessed. You know, keep your head high, stay around positivity. Don't feed into the negative. And Well, no, I'm
I
kidding.
feel. Oh wait, did you see Uzi get he?
Oh yeah,
he
Uzi
got
get
he got the.
What you think about that?
He well, I think it's funny how social media reacts to it because they were saying that he was Vision, and so they were like replacing the when Thanos goes to get like the thing from they like edited it for it to be Uzi.
How in the fuck?
The internet is hilarious as fuck. Let me
Put
see.
an infinity stone on his forehead.
Yeah, they put an infinity. Yeah, basically.
Kind of thing. I mean, yeah, like teach his own. You know, what are the Uzi?
Someone said
He a real rock star for that.
someone said that gem had his face bleeding, so the wound a little Uzi.
Put him. And on that note, no, I'm kidding.
The internet is so fucking funny. Yeah, the internet is funny as fuck for that. But Uzi, like, what? Like, first of all, okay, I don't care how people spend their money. If you want to put a fucking crystal or whatever the fuck you want, and I don't care how much it costs, if you got the money and you can do it and it's safe and it makes you happy, by all means, king, queen, do what you gotta do, baby. We only got one life to live. Yeah. And you do what you want to do. But of course the internet is always going to have something to say because we're in a pandemic. Motherfuckers is broke. Motherfuckers is jealous. People don't understand that, yeah, I can do whatever the fuck I want with my body. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Bye. Period. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how, like, when you say respectfully, it just makes it more disrespectful. It's
don't take no offense to this. It's
a new one.
It's the shorter version of that.
It's the shorter version. Don't take any offense to this, but
yeah. See, like, we don't say that, so now we just say respectfully.
Respectfully, yeah. Because then when you say the one that you're saying, people already caught on to that one. They're catching on to the game. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, I wanted to share this because I was listening to the episode from last week, and I know I said that I was going to wrap it up, but I just thought of this, and I really want to share it. Last week when I was talking about the whole situation with the heartbreak and seeing how... Okay, so I wanted to... Sorry, I just found out because I did this review and like all this stuff so I can get free pens, and they just are telling me right now that I can't get the pens, so I'm really annoyed. But I was going to talk about you see, like, okay, so this is what happens. So the heartbreak happens, right? And you go through those different transitions, and what I was listening to last week's episode is that I wasn't going to bring it up unless I learned something. So I did learn something from last week to this week. And what I basically learned is that there are other things in life that are going to bring you down and going to make you nervous and are going to make you sad. Like last week, what happened? Something happened that it affected like my like my work and stuff like that, and I wasn't even worried or thinking about the heartbreak anymore. I was just concerned about that. Like even I would tell Hav, like, oh my God, like I'm like worried and why am I thinking about this right now, and et cetera, et cetera. And it was just like what had happened the week before no longer was important to me. It wasn't something that continued playing over and over in my head like it once was, because now there was something real that I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to lose this too, because I actually like this a lot. Like my job, I love it. I didn't want to lose it. So not that I would have lost it, but you start to think that. Yeah. It could be one little small thing, or like, you know, your boss telling you that they need to discuss something with you, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, you're telling me this on like on my day off in the morning? Like,
can I hit it in the morning?
Like I'm nervous. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on here. So yeah, so it was just something that like humbled me. Like I said, that's why I said I'm so grateful for life, because life teaches you that yes, you could be going through a storm, you could be going through whatever it is that you want to be going through, but listen, there's going to be a rainbow at the end of the tunnel, and there might be some more rain when the rainbow's there. Like it still might not be too clear. You know, it might not be too clear, but you just gotta go. You just gotta go, and you just gotta continue just being the best version of yourself that you can. And continuously finding that and searching for that. And that's something that like I had to learn last week. Like, dang, yeah, you heartbroken, but check this out. There's something a little more serious that you should be paying attention to a little bit more, you know. And so yeah, so I just wanted to also say thank you guys. 158 episodes, ain't nothing to play with. I am grateful every single week that I get to do this. Every single time, like, it's crazy. Like, I think about from the time that we finish recording these episodes, I literally think about, okay, what are we talking about next week? What are we what are we doing for next week? Like, okay, so now we finished the episode. Okay, so what am I going to be posting with the content? And just being,
I mean, that's how it is. You always focus on the next thing.
always focus on the next thing. So sometimes I feel like I don't get to really like sit and like fully embrace where I am and where I have been and stuff like that. So I guess I just want to like slow down when I do these like at least at the end of the episode, because as soon as we finish these episodes, it's just like, all right, we got to do this, we got to do X, Y. Like, there's so many things that happen after we do the episode. So I do want to just like take it in and embrace it and just like soak in the moment. And I want to say thank you for being in this moment with me, because in all honesty, the reason why I'm able to continue doing this is because I feel like there is something, my voice is out there for you guys for a reason. There is a group assigned to me that is going to listen to me, and right now it may not be the biggest, but one day it will. And I just want to say thank you to you if you are listening to now, because we're only going up from here. So yeah, guys, remember, we are still in a pandemic, so make sure that you wash your hands, wash your ass, drink your water, and mind your business. And for the 158th time in a row, Sugar Claudia Renee on your airways with my co-host House 600 in the building.
You already.
And we are out of here. Yay! Wait.